Sheikh, my grandmother is old and her physical health isn't the best, so whenever she goes to the hospital for anything, doctors often ask my mum if she wants them to attempt to resuscitate her if her heart were to stop. They advise against it because of how frail and old she is. Even if her heart were to start again, she may have broken ribs and would most likely have to live intubated and relying on machines. So my mum wants to know, what should she do according to Islam? Should she ask them to always try to resuscitate her anyways?
Well, this is an Islamic and ethical question. The concept of DNR, do not resuscitate, is often presented in Western hospitals, in Kafir hospitals, rarely done in Muslim hospitals, due to the emotions and a number of other factors dealing with the Muslims. As for the non-Muslims, they see usually the patient as, I wouldn't say a guinea pig, I wouldn't say that, don't quote me, but they don't have that affection. Doctors, in some cases, not all, would look at the patient as, he's got 2 months to live. No, we should focus on someone who has 6 months to live. Let that person go away. We need the bed. And this is unethical and un-Islamic. How to deal with DNR? Scholars say that if a patient is sane, capable of living, can be resuscitated and to live an honorable life in an acceptable level of dignity and honor for an individual, then it has to be done, even if it's going to cost money. This is what most people think. Ooh, ICU, how much would I have to pay? If my grandfather or grandmother or my loved one would stay there for a month, for 5, for 10, for a year, that would cost an arm and a leg. Should I just pull the plug or not? But if resuscitation would lead to losing the dignity and honor of that patient and giving him a lot of hardship more than what was expected, in the sense that he cannot live without these machines, and the life presented to him is not a real life. We hear about a lot in the West calling for legalizing euthanasia or mercy killing, as they may translate it to. And this is not permissible in Islam. But what made them go that step? In many cases, because the hardship and the pain and the agony and the loss of dignity and an honorable way of living is unbearable, neither to them nor to their loved ones. In Islam, if the patient is sane, he can still live with his sane mind, he can pray, he can make dhikr, and there is some hardship, but he's alive. We can never pull off the plug. We can never say, do not resuscitate. But if resuscitating him or her would cause into living on continuously, I don't know the terminology in English, so excuse me, things that make their lungs work, their heart beats, machines, and continuous dialysis, etc. And it's like living in a vegetative state, not a real human being. But he's alive. The blood is running, but this is not an honorable, dignified life. In this case, yes, you may sign for a DNR state, and the doctors, hopefully Muslims, can evaluate this level of life to be given or to be taken away not because they're playing God, rather because this is after weighing the pros and cons. And I think the Ministry of Health here in Saudi Arabia has issued a paper stating these conditions and what defines as a dignified, honorable life, and when to sign for a DNR and to apply it. And Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. May Allah make things easy for your grandmother.
Sheikh, is there anything in Islam, the Quran or the Sunnah, about the reason why Allah created old age? Old age, I always thought that is something unpleasant, but then later on, as I grew older, I felt like there may be a reason, maybe it's a mercy from Allah, because when we get older, there is a chance that we will submit to Allah, or we are more likely to submit to Allah because we are more humble. Is that the case?
First of all, Allah Azza wa Jal is not asked about his actions or his creation. Allah says in Surah Al-Anbiya, لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم يسألون. Allah is not questioned about what he does. However, they are questioned. Secondly, everything that Allah created has a wisdom. We may know this wisdom and we may be neglectful and oblivious of it. Allah created Satan. One would say, Satan or old age? What's the wisdom? Well, you don't have to know the wisdom. But logical people, even non-Muslims, say that by certain things you would identify their benefits when you see the opposite of it. So if there was no darkness, you would never appreciate the light. Go to the Scandinavian countries up north. When they have 2 or 3 months of total daylight, they appreciate nighttime. And when it's nighttime, they appreciate daytime. We, because we have daytime and nighttime, business is as usual. When there is no illness or hardship or calamities, those who are healthy, those who are safe, those who are living a good life would never appreciate Allah's favors and blessings, would never express their gratitude to Allah. Why should I? I've never fallen sick in my life. I've always been this healthy. I've always been rich. I've always been safe in my home and in my country. Once something happens, now you can appreciate it. So without illness, you could never appreciate health. Without poverty, you could never appreciate wealth. Without old age, you cannot appreciate youth. And without old age, the youngsters would not be able to serve and respect, protect the elders and gain reward from Allah Azza wa Jal. The elders, those who are in their old age, would not value the times that Allah Azza wa Jal has given them health, youth, power and energy. And they reflect upon these times and they say, we've missed a lot. We've goofed a lot. However, there is still time. So the more you get older, there are older than you. And you tend to appreciate Allah's gifts. There are so many blessings in everything Allah does. But unfortunately, shaitan preoccupies us to think when it is way over our pay grade. This is none of your business. Focus on getting to Jannah. Don't focus on what's the benefit, what's the wisdom, why. This is not what you were sent to do, what you were created to do. You were created to worship Allah wholeheartedly without any questions asked.